We have our forensic networker right on the call. He's just logging in, and I want to take 1 minute to just introduce our leader, our mentor, our coach. This is none other than the forensic networker himself. So, Mr. Ramin Mesgalo, our CEO, built 4 multi-million-dollar MLM businesses as a distributor between 1990 and 2003. Can you imagine? He is the founder of the MLM most advanced MLM University, the forensic networker. He is the founder of MLM Premier's most prestigious company in 2005. He's voted the world's most MLM compensation plan expert in 2010. So can you just begin to imagine what our compensation plan is like? This is the best of them all. He was featured in Networking Times and the Master Networker in 2011. He was featured on the cover of the American Business Journal with Warren Buffett in 2013. He was voted the world's #2 all-time MLM business for home.org in 2014. He was nominated by the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year in 2015. He was voted in the MLM First Inductee Hall of Fame with Paul and the like in 2016. His company ranked the top momentum company in MLM in the pandemic business for home in 2020, and that is for real. He was voted the top networker again by the Business for Home in 2020. Can you imagine? This is the best and the best of the CEOs. I personally got to meet Ramin Mesgalo when he came to Kenya in December 2022 last year, and we had such a nice time with him. He had all these golden nuggets for us. He gave us all these trainings live. Can you imagine guests on this call? So may I take, I'm so privileged to be the one to welcome our CEO. This is a man with the heart of gold, the forensic networker himself, Mr. Ramin Mesgalo. Welcome to this call. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Congratulations for doing what you're doing. I mean, I love seeing people step up, showing leadership. Above all, what we do is about leadership. And here you are. You know, forget about the fact that's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning over there. That by itself, because a lot of people who are not even on this call right now, that this is in their time zone. This is why, folks, few people make so much money. You talk about 20/80 rule, 595 rule, 199 rule. For that reason. We talk about that, right? Why do you want to be part of the top 2%? Say 6-figure income, because I'm willing to do what others are not willing to do, right? So how many of you are not willing to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do what she's doing? And then you expect to have the same type of success. Look, you know, everything in life is about give and receive. Karma, really is quantum physics. Whatever you put in to anything, your business, people, anything, everything's energy. You're going to get back. So I love doing what she's doing. Wow. It's just, you know, 35 years I've been doing this. I can clearly see where somebody comes in, they're hungry, they're going to get it done. No matter what, they're going to get it done. Of course, we still got the same things as past, where vast majority of people, the 8 categories, right? The first 5 levels, but 95% of people make a little bit of money or no money. They're not willing to do what the other 5% are willing to do. If the 1%, the 99% are not willing to do what the 1% are willing to do. What she's doing right now is incredible. Should be inspiration to all of you, all of you. All right, lost my voice on the weekend. If you're following me on my Instagram, you know this. You know that my son just won his 2nd championship back-to-back, 2 different years, 2 different leagues, 2 different teams. And you know, I'm so proud of that young man. So I yell a lot. I can tell you, you come to the tournaments with my son or my nephew Omid, he's 2nd in Canada in jiu-jitsu. And you know, I'm not a CEO. Like, I'm the loudest person in the whole arena because yeah, well, first of all, you have to be excited, right? It's my energy that gets transmitted to him, his team. There are times when we saw the team had lost momentum and then we just broke the bleachers down. going back into momentum again. And he's gone 20-0, 20-0. I don't even think he understands what he's done, So lost my voice a little bit. Again, because by nature, I'm all in on everything. Like, I don't do a lot of things, but what I get into, I'm all in. You're going to notice that in my game, in my son's game, in my business, in my gym, in my love, in my passion. You're going to see that. You're going to get that. And because you have to be all in. You can't be in the middle. You can't be mediocre. You have to be all in. And when you're all in person, you're all in on everything. Of course, everything you actually do. All in people who do really well, they don't do a lot of things. I don't do a lot of things, right? But whatever I do, I'm all in. We've talked about this in MLM. If you're not 100% in, like, it's a forensic chapter. If you're not 100% in, you're going to struggle. Any MLM business, our plans included, you're going to struggle. If you're not 100% in, you're going to struggle. Why? Well, because, every little thing will take you down. Every little thing will put doubts in your head. Every little thing will scare you. And of course, when you're scared or when you're confused, then what's another forensic philosophy? When uncertainty, confusion sets in, inactivity starts. When confusion, uncertainty, inactivity starts. So if you're not 100% in, the next sunblock, forensic term for a negative person, could be another MLM distributor who's trying to recruit you. A sunblock will come and put doubts in your head. Why? Because he's 100% in to get you derailed, recruit you. He's 100% in. If you're not 100% in your opportunity, you will get derailed. You will get confused. If you're not 100% in, you have fear. You see, you gotta understand something about life. You should only fear things you have control over. You get prepared for other things that you don't have control over. You've heard me say many, many times, the Great Reset. There's nothing we can do. We just get prepared for it. And boy, we are, right? But you should fear the stuff you have control over. No one should be able to derail you from your business. The same way no one can derail you from your child or for your husband or wife or, your country or God or love. Your business should be just as dear to you. No one should be able to derail you from that. If you're 100% in, then you're solid. And when you're solid, you have longevity. And when you're longevity, you're going to get better eventually, because we all start in the same place. None of us start at good. No one's born good at MLM or anything. We just do it long enough and we learn enough that we become good at it. MLM is no different. There are things you're good at. You may not be good at MLM, right? You may not be good at selling or not be good at promoting or not be good at operating, whatever. But there are other things you're good at, right? But which you were not good at before. You were not born a good mother or a good father. You just get good at it, I know I had to do a lot of research when I had my son. I've never been a father before. I still research to make sure I don't make any mistakes with him. I don't wing fatherhood. It's a very important job. Very, very important job. His mom the same way. We want to make sure we do the best job we can with him. You research, you're 100% in, and eventually keep doing it. You become good at it. Are you good at it? You have longevity, you're going to get results. So I was talking to somebody, a discussion the other day, and I thought, on the forensic night, I'd like to understand our crowd a little bit too. We need to understand you guys. So I thought, what we're going to do? We're going to throw some of these calls into something more interactive so I can get some answers out of you guys. And this way we can produce the right tools for you, right? And there's no way for us to know what's going on in all these countries. And, we're in communication with the leaders and stuff, but there's no way for them to know. So we need to get, in touch with you guys. I thought, we're going to use some of these calls and get you guys to give us some answers. So, and I had some discussions on the weekend. Somebody says, I want to get rich. So how do I get rich? That's the thing. He saw my car like, hey, how do I get that car? How do I get rich? And they ask that question as if it's like a orange pill or something. Just take the pill, right? It's becoming good at anything, accumulating at anything. It's a process. It's a process, and you have to really want to get there and know that you deserve it, and you will not be able to feel that you deserve it unless you put a lot into it. So one of the main reasons, first time I heard this, I couldn't understand it for 30 years ago, but I've heard it over and over again, and I completely get it now. A lot of the reason why people don't become wealthy, one of the main reasons, because they don't believe they deserve it. Now, they may not consciously think that way, but they do it subconsciously. They're afraid of it, right? They don't know, because they know they didn't put enough into it. They're just not good enough to be there yet. So because of that fear, they never actually, again, inactivity starts, right? So first question, I want some good answers. Let's see who's going to come with the best answer. First question I have for you guys, what I asked that person, I said, they say, I want to be rich. I asked them, why do you want to be rich? Like, why do you want to get rich, right? That's my question. I wanted to know what his reasons are. I'm asking you, right? Put your hand up. Tell me why you want to get rich, right? If you want to get rich, maybe just here because you'll make some money, because you want to help people with the product. Maybe money is not your thing, right? But let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion. I want you to start thinking why you want to get rich. I know you say you want to get rich. I know you believe you want to get rich, but you don't know why you want to get rich. And it's the why that's 95% of the process, not the how-tos. The how-tos are easy. It's a simple business plan. It's the why that determines whether you get rich or not. So let's talk about that. Put your hand up. No, I want you, it's part of leadership. Don't be afraid to speak. This is home here, right? This is home. This is the family here. Put your hand up. Tell me why you want to get rich, right? What's the reason you want to get rich? Simple answers are good. Simple answers are great. Put your hand up. Once you see, our moderator, when you see a hand up, just put them, just get them on. So I see some great answers on the chat, but why don't you talk about it? I want you to talk. If you've never spoken on a call like this, this is your chance right here. All right, so we got a couple of people. Good, congratulations. Put your hand up. Okay, Daria. Okay, Daria. Let's do a couple of. Just give you a minute to speak here. Daria, can you talk? Allowed to talk? Okay, here we go. Give it a shot. You have to. There we go.
Yeah. Hi, Ramin. Thank you so much. And hello to everybody. I have, as you know, fallen into a fountain of life, and it has been a miracle for me. And the opportunity that I have, why I am rich right now in my life, but I want to continue with this company. I'm new to it because I want to take care of my family. I do not want aging parents and family members to suffer, as I have seen past grandparents suffer. So my reason to want to excel in this business is to take care of aging family members, as well as my children and my future generations of my grandchildren, so they can carry the torch with financial stability.
Daria, you're a great speaker. Where are you located?
I live in Winnipeg. I work in Alberta.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. This is important because I want people to, sometimes the little fears hold us back. I mean, this is home. This is family here. There should be no fear. All hands should go up. Tell me why you want to get rich. And, Daria just had a great demonstrated how simple it can be, but how important it can be. Daria, next question. So we know the reason. How are you going to get rich? Like through opulence, right? How are you going to do it? Like what rank level, what income level, how many years it's going to take? Tell me, what's the roadmap to getting rich in opulence?
My roadmap, so I'm 3 months in and I'm learning the back end, and I'm really studying so that when I speak with people, I can speak with confidence, conviction, and total conviction that this is something that they have to do. And I am going personally from a health perspective. And then I talk about the beauty and the skincare line, the fashion and the beauty. But my whole reasoning is health. And as we are an aging population, we're all going to age. Two things we all know: we're born and we die. And so to be able to end our chapters wherever we are in extremely good health, I truly believe that Fountain of Life is the absolute answer to get us there. And, you know, Ramin, go ahead.
So I'm assuming that, because that was my next question. So the next question is, do you lead with the product or the business? So I'm assuming you lead with the product.
Oh, I live by the product. I walk the product. I look the product. And
do you build with the product as well first, or the opportunity?
No, the product. Because
okay.
people
That's
say to me,
good to
you
know.
look amazing. You look amazing. You're looking younger than you've ever looked. How are you feeling? Why do you look so good? I said, because I'm on this most powerful antioxidant drops.
Beautiful. You know what? Another night too, I want you guys to be prepared and share with each other scripts, because, you know, again, at the end of the day, some people are a little bit shy. They could use some help. Thank you, Daria. I appreciate your
You're
participation here. All right, another West, Karen Henry. She's one of our old partners, been with us a while. And Karen, tell me, you know, why do you want to get rich?
Well, first of all, I'm one of those young, seasoned partners. No old partners.
But I mean old. I didn't mean old as age-wise. I meant
yeah, I know. I know. And I, like Daria, am getting younger and younger too on this crazy fountain of life. It's just amazing. And but you know, actually, this pandemic was a huge eye-opener for me. I mean, I've always been, you know, in this industry. I love this industry. Of course, I joined Opulence because of how superior it is in the industry, and it gives me goosebumps when I think about how far ahead of time we were way back even in the day. Now it's just goes unprecedented. There's nothing like this. So for me, I get very passionate. I tend to lead a lot with the business, but certainly with the product. I drop little snippets. People will give me compliments as well, just to add to what Daria was saying. And I'll just say, yeah, well, thank you. You know, I've noticed that I'm really feeling amazing and nothing hurts anymore. And yes, it must be these little drops I'm taking. And it just seems like people bite. It's like, drops? What little drops? So that can really help if somebody's new and they just sort of want to just lead with the product. But for me, this pandemic, not being able to walk into a restaurant, not being able to go on a plane, not being able to, almost not being able to go into a grocery store because of the choices that I made for my own health and my own body, was something that was so mind-blowing to me. And I thought to myself, no one is going to do this to me again. And I am going to have the freedom, like you talked about on one of the last forensics that we were on, about pack up and go. If the country doesn't suit you, then get out of Dodge and go where you want to go. And we have the vehicle to do it. And we need to make it so strong and so happening for the people that want to have that kind of freedom, and maybe even invest in Executive Air, and maybe even, you know, be part of that island nation, and have, you know, and be there and just enjoy our life and our community and the people that are aligned with us and are on the same mission and the same direction, and take people with us along the way.
So
and
your vision is quite large. your vision is quite large. You've been here a while and you understand. So it's beyond you. It's beyond just you, the big car, big house. So you've gone way beyond that. For you, it's about the nation now. It's about people of the world. It's about, create something for everybody else, because we're so big now that it's beyond what we want, because we have all that stuff, right? So your vision is way beyond you, getting the riches. It's about what we could do for the world.
Absolutely, Ramin. And you are our shining light.
So Karen, I appreciate it. So Karen, tell me, so through opulence, how do you think you're going to achieve that, this type of greatness? Because you have a huge vision. So how are you going to do it? How are you going to build it? Is it what rank? Is how big is your organization? Which country is going to make it happen for you? Where do you think is going to be the biggest trigger that's just going to blow this up for you, so you can start accomplishing your vision?
Well, I'll be honest. I've struggled in the past with discipline, in the sense of really following the system to a T. I've diffused my efforts, and so it doesn't align with our system the way it should have. So for me, I'm correcting and adjusting that path, and I'm going right back to the very basics in terms of really doing the right actions, taking the, I've actually started with one of our top leaders in the company to do a special, almost boot camp, military type style, because I really know that that is what's going to take me to just get beyond the distractions and get really super, like, laser focused for the next 3 months. And I want to be in all of those areas that I should have been, and I will be. So it's really just getting laser focused with doing the right activities.
Well, that's great. You know what, Karen, you've been part of the nation for how many years now?
Since 2008.
Oh, wow. Like 15 years. That's by itself, that's an accomplishment. You know what? I love having you here. Look, let's not be shy about this, because some people are, they're afraid to talk about, being rich. And some people maybe may convince themselves, saying, well, I don't really need to be rich. I feel rich other areas. Fine. Just because you feel rich other areas doesn't mean you don't want to be rich in all areas, right? So I think a good exercise for this is just so you can get over that little thing, because write down the benefits of being rich. So I want you guys to just put in the chat, what are the benefits of being rich? I want you to really stretch your imagination now. Don't hold back. It's a group. We're having a conversation. What's the benefits of being rich? Just put it down. Just put it down. And I want you guys to even do this except by yourself. And when you start thinking, the first time you're going to struggle, you're going to come up with a few things. But then when you think about it, the more you think about it, then it adds up. Next year, the list gets longer. And you got this massive list. Then once you become really good at this, your mind's working. Realize, man, there's so much benefits of being rich, right? So then you go to another piece of paper, write the benefits of not being rich. You're not going to come up with a lot of stuff. I'm telling you. Some people may make up 1 or 2 things, not reality, but that's fine. They'll make it up. But we can make any non-believer into a believer by basically just write the benefits of being rich. Even the person who says, I don't care about money, write the benefits of being rich. They'll give you a big list. And then now write the benefits of not being rich. This is very easy. And once you start facing that fact, because you've told yourself so many times, well, I don't need it, this, that, whatever, then all of a sudden you say, you know what? Need it or not, I've been to the not rich side. I really want to experience the rich side. And I can guarantee you one thing, I've been to both sides. And I'll take the rich side every single time. You can just do so many things, not just for yourself, for the world. We talk about, we had some fun, but in one of my trips, it's so crazy out there. I put a new vision out there. So you know what? It seems like no one can fly with dignity anymore. It's almost like we pay money to the airlines and they treat us like hell. It's like, doesn't matter business class or not business class. The airlines treat people badly now. And it's almost like I've never seen that in any other business. People pay you all this money, you raise your prices and all this thing. You make gosh a profit, they treat people badly. You cannot travel with dignity anymore. And something about me, when I see a problem like that, I feel like I need to fix it. So I'm going to tell you guys, hey, let's take this baby to the billion. Let's make opulence to the billion. Now, you know what? I think the world needs a new airline. I thought about it because I've always traveled in executive class. So business class, and this airline is going to only have business class. It's not going to be economy class. Not because we don't want economy people. It's because then there's a lot of people. Then you need a big fleet. You need lots of planes. But we don't want to do that. We want to keep it cute, small, people with dignity. And we're not going to charge big money like the crooks that are charging like 4 times the price of economy in there. No, it's going to be reasonable that everybody can go on it. They're going to be treated. So I thought, executive air, it sounds nice. So I put it on my Instagram. So Karen's talking about that. Then, of course, I'm like that when I start to dream and I get excited when I'm dreaming. And I said, I've thought about this for a long time. I actually looked at buying an island one time. And I looked and I didn't realize how many islands are for sale worldwide. I'm talking about thousands of islands are for sale. Just in Ontario alone, there's like 200 of them. But you don't want somewhere cold. You want to go somewhere that's better weather. So literally there's tens of thousands of islands for sale. Can you imagine? We build this baby up to the billion and we buy one of those islands and we make a deal with the government in that country. We're going to build this up, but you leave us alone. We pay our taxes, leave us alone. And we're going to create our own little nation. And I call it the Republic of Opulence. The Republic of Opulence. But things are just going to be different. I think I like the word dignity, where people live with dignity. And it's okay. You know what? This thing may never come true, but it really doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is you cannot be afraid to dream. This business is in 204 countries and territories now. If you would have met me in 2005, April of 2005, I would have told you this is going to be a global worldwide business. You would say, you're crazy. You're sitting in your living room or my office. This business started in my home office 18 years ago. And here we are. I don't know where you're tapping in from, but you're far away from my home office that was in. So you have to, everything starts with a dream, right? Everything starts with, maybe your dream right now is, to get yourself to LD3, get that exotic vacation, get your check up to 5 to 10K a month. And that might be far-fetched from where you are now, but you know what? It starts with that dream. You have the vehicle, people have done it here, many people. So it comes with that dream. Learn how to dream. That's why I thought we do this call, right? I want you to think, well, what's the benefit of getting rich? And when you talk to people about getting rich and talk with strength, because you're not talking about your results. Remember, when we promote the potential of our business, it's not about what you've done. The reason why you should be talking with strength is because we're talking about the odds. We're talking about the odds. Of course, there's a lot of people who can join MLM that don't make big money. There are other people in other forms of business, they go make big money. So we're not talking about you or everybody. We talk about one thing, the odds. I can tell you, everybody agrees here. The odds of an average person to become wealthy, become rich here in this business is much higher than any other form of business. It's not possible in any other form of business. You can't go to anybody who doesn't have a lot of money or a lot of skill and say, by the way, you're going to get rich in that type of business. You just can't say that. They don't have the skill or the money. But that person who cannot make it in any other form of business to get rich, here they can do it. Look at the people around us. Look at the MLM industry. Look at all these millionaires. They didn't make a million anywhere else, but they made it here. So when we talk to prospects about potential, we should talk with strength because we're talking about odds. Everything is about odds. So you're not selling a guarantee. You're not selling your success. You're selling odds. Their odds are much higher in opulence to get rich than anything else they're going to face. Anything else you can get involved in, you're selling odds. E-commerce doesn't give you a $4 million comp plan. E-commerce doesn't give you leverage. E-commerce doesn't get you paid on the whole organization. It doesn't. So there is nothing out there that your prospect can get into without money or special skills that could get them to become rich. But here they can. Here they can, because look at people here who've done very well. The backgrounds, education, color, all that doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. So because you're selling odds, talk with strength. Talk with strength. Everything's about odds. You can get rich other ways. Yeah, most people in MLM don't get rich, but the odds are the best here. So talk with strength. We talk to the prospect and say, look, here's a comp plan. Here's what it does. Where can you find that? It's not about what you've done. It's on paper. It's in the software. Here's a product for your eyes. You know, where can you find these type of odds? Which other industry? See, they can't, right? They can't. So here's another thing, but I'll get you in a minute, Efra. Here's the other thing. When one of the main benefits of getting rich, it's not really for the material things, although I like my cars, right? You know that already. You know, I love my waterfront home. I just like, but you like some of that stuff too. But you're going to get some people who say, you know what, look, I'm not really in material things. Okay, so it really doesn't matter. I talk about forensic, you know, it's not about the waterfront mansion and Porsche in the driveway. It's not about that. It's about being able to. It's about being able to. It's not about that McLaren or that mansion. It's about being able to. You know what it's called? It's called freedom. It's called having access to the life's full menu, being able to. It's about how it makes you feel, right? And, you know, you say, well, I don't really think this is important to me. But it doesn't matter, because if it's not important to you, if somebody says, well, I don't care about these material things. I don't care about cars or whatever. Fine. But it's about how others will feel when they see your car and how their feeling makes you feel afterwards. It's about how others get inspired and feel seeing your home, seeing your lifestyle, seeing your success, how they feel watching you grow. And you seeing how they feel about that and how that makes you feel. You're admired. In this business, you're going to help a lot of people to get there. So there's no excuses. It's not about material stuff. Yeah, most of us like, you know, would upgrade our home, cars, whatever, right? Go better vacations, whatever, right? Our life is about feelings. How we feel from the moment we wake up, the moment we go to sleep. Are you stressed about everything? Are you limited about everything? Or do you have freedom? Do you have life's full menu? No, you might not affect your mood that day. I can tell you, once you taste the freedom, again, it's not about doing things or having things, it's about being able to. When there's no limitation, when everything is a yes, everything is a no problem. I like those two words, no problem. I love people that say no problem. When you taste that life and then go back to your old life, you said, no. I want to go back there. I want to go back there because it's called freedom. So we had a bunch of people who had their hands up. Something happened there. Therefore, I know you're one of them. Put your hand back up. Come on top. I know you've tasted freedom. Efra has definitely tasted freedom. And she's actually experienced it in a very extreme way, because I don't know if the extreme is the right word. What I mean is at a high level, because It's one thing being able to afford nice stuff, but I mean, there's jobs, I suppose, or businesses that can give you that. But what those things don't give you in other industries is freedom to just get up and go. When you have a big business in traditional business, you can't just pick up and go. You are a slave to that business. You have nice things, you got money, but you're a slave to that business. See, Efra isn't a slave to our place business. And she demonstrated, she took off. For how long? Efra, tell me, why do you want to get rich? I mean, you're probably doing very well, but why do you want to get rich?
Hello, CEO Ramin. Thank you so much for this call. You know, that question earlier today, I saw a post somebody put up and they were talking about how a lot of people are afraid of being rich, but what they don't realize is having more money only amplifies who you truly are. So in other words, if you're already a bad person, that's going to show even more. But on the other side, if you're a good person, it's going to show more. So all it does is amplifies who you are. So that made me smile, because when I look back 5 years ago, when I decided to partner with Opulence Global, it was never about me and how much I can earn. It was about how many more lives I can help change. So the more that I moved up the rank from LD1 to LD2 to 3 to 4, the more I wanted to give back, the more hungry I became, impacting lives, whether it's through health or through financial freedom. So it's so true that really this whole idea of money is the root of all evil, it really not. What it is it's what we do with the money, right? That makes us that way. So I love this discussion. Definitely. And if you have any more questions for me, please shoot it at me.
See, for people who say money, look, the person who has money doesn't say that, right? So who says it? The person who doesn't have the money says it. And it's ridiculous. Well, money by itself, money doesn't drive itself. Money doesn't spend itself. Money doesn't do anything by itself. It's the person behind the wheel. Don't blame the vehicle, blame the driver. You know, the fact of the matter is, here's what my belief is: money just makes you more than what you are. If you're a good person, you become a better person. If you're a bad person, you become a big jerk because you got more power. That's all it is. Somebody says, "Oh, he was a good, nice guy." And all of a sudden, he's become a bad guy because he's got money now. No nice guys become bad guys. They don't. When he seemed nice, he was always a bad guy. When he seemed nice, he was weak. So he had to be nice. When he became strong, the true colors came out. Money just makes you more than what you are. If you're a nice person, when you don't have money, you're still a nice person. But when you become wealthy, you become even a better person. I mean, there's so much more I'm doing now than I did when I didn't have a lot of money. So, well, if I tell us, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, show me a vision, give me a vision. Like, where are you taking this, and how are you going to get there?
So where am I taking this? Definitely all the way up to Royal. I look at that, you know, I have the map printed right in front of me.
What does that mean to you? I mean, I like the name Royal, but what does that mean to you? Okay, take me through what that would look like in Air Force world.
Wow. Definitely, I wrote it earlier that I would be living anywhere that I want, right? Eating whatever that I want, wearing whatever that I want, working whenever that I want, but most of all, giving back more, because again, that is at the core of who I truly am. So I don't see that ever changing. I was just talking to one of our leaders the other day, and I said, imagine when we get to Royal and we actually get 1% of the revenue generated in our company. Can you just imagine $1 billion company and even $1 trillion company and getting 1% of that? How many more lives we can help change around the world? So that is what I think about every day, Ramin.
So I don't see you go buying that Rolls Royce or something, but I could see in the back of a Rolls Royce. Is that how it's going to look like? Somebody's going to drive you around?
Absolutely. I'm actually already in the hunt in the market for a good driver. So yes, I will be in the back. I'm meant to be driven. That's my way of thinking.
The weird part is even at that level, I'm still paying for your Rolls Royce. So that's our car. That's our compliment. That's a weird part. So how many countries your business is into right now?
It's in 30 countries, Ramin, almost 31 now.
So you have footprint in 30 countries. That's insane, right? You just need a couple of, traction, right? In a couple of them, and boom. And it's not like you have to go build the infrastructure. The infrastructure is already there. The comp plan's already there. The park's already there. The shipping's already there. The warehouse, everything's already there. You just have to find some right people and pour into them and tell them, yes, you can. Tell them, yes, we can do this together. If we do this in Canada, we can do it in England. We can do it in France. We can do it in Switzerland. We can do it in Sweden. Yes, you can. So word of encouragement and just nourish them. Boom, spark turns into a flame. And now Efra's got a few of those flames and sitting back on the Rolls Royce. I mean, look, it's such a, the thing about it is, it shocks me even today after 34 years. It's an absolute reality in our comp plan. It's a reality in our method of doing business. I talked about this earlier. It's about the odds. Efra Hassan has a much higher odds for this picture to come through here than any other form of business. So that's what I'm talking about. Sell the odds. You want to close, give us some more vision of what else you're going to be getting?
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot to mention actually what Opulence has done for me the past 5 years, because that is so important. The first thing it has done for me, it really made me recognize the power that I have. By working with my community for 10 years, I didn't recognize how much of an impact I'm able to have. And I saw that in 2018, 6 months in the business, when I went all the way to Kenya, and I had over 50 guests that come only because they've seen my post on social media. And I remember going back to my hotel room going, wow, did I really get all these people to come out just to see me and what I'm doing? And it reminded me of what you teach us in forensic, right? Light yourself up so people will come and watch you burn, something like that. I forget the exact, the saying there.
Burn yourself with enthusiasm. Place yourself on fire with enthusiasm. People will come for miles to watch you burn, yeah.
That's it, exactly. And that's all they came. They just wanted to see, what is the noise? What am I doing? And I remember that confidence when I came back, and that is when I started traveling in 2019 with you on our SVP to UK, and to 2020, a lot has happened where I ended up in Turkey from 2 to 3 months to 14 months in Turkey. And during that time, I was building Australia and New Zealand. My business never stopped. My weekly commission never stopped. And of course, that allowed me to get rid of my government job. So just to give you the timeline, this July will be exactly 3 years since I've been able to achieve financial freedom and freed myself from the 9-to-5 job. So it's amazing.
Wow, this is a beautiful story. So you left your home in Ottawa, Canada. You ended up on the outside of the world in Turkey. And for 14 months, you got paid every week. You didn't get fired. You didn't lose your check, you didn't lose your income. 14 months, you got paid every week. And you came home, nothing was changed. You know what it's called? Freedom. This is the part I always want to teach my students, freedom. Freedom is not just what the government allows you to do. Because people in Canada, people around the world, they have no freedom because the limitations that they have. The job, doesn't give anybody any freedom. In traditional business, you have no freedom. So you're prime example of that freedom. So I want to congratulate you. Great conversation. Keep inspiring, young lady. Keep inspiring. I look forward to help you choose that Rolls Royce next 2 or 3 years.
Amen. Thank you. Back to you, Amin.
Thank you, Efra. All right, we got LD3, Amarjeet, Singapore. Amarjeet, tell me, I know you got a vision. You're a soldier. You jump up. Your job was jumping off the planes like 200 times or so. I don't know how many times you jump. So tell me, Amarjeet, why do you want to get rich?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Amin. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, why I want to be rich is, that I have time freedom. I can do anything I want. I want to travel wherever I want to. Like today, I want to make a, a flight to anywhere. I can take a decision right away. That's one. And second thing is that I can help others also. And to me is because I started this business at the age of 56. So if I'm not a person who's a literate, who's a PhD or whatever. Just a normal person, not much of education. But if I can do it, I feel that others can do it too. And I'm not a computer person who, when Zoom call came in, I say, oh my God, this Zoom call is coming and how am I going to do and all. But I take my time to learn. I take my time to learn and get into it. So to me, it doesn't matter what education you have, whatever you are, this is where you can really make your millions. But
So if
you must
Efra went from 0 to 40,000 a month in about 3 years, right? And with you, like you said, you started, you were not in your 20s or 30s, you started in your 50s. You've had 5-figure income, monthly income as well. So tell me, where are you going to take this thing? Where do you want to take it, and how are you going to get this to the plan to opulence?
I'm also looking at the royal, like Ifra is, yes, and also have a distribution center expansion to many other countries. That is another expansion I'm looking at. So, and also with that, I would like to help many, 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 many people out there that we all can work together. And this is a platform given to us. It's written down there. You can make this $1 million. How are you going to reach there? It's written given to us. So how are we going to plan and get that path to that way? It's given.
So for people that don't know, Amarjeet was from Canada, Alberta. She decided, I'm going to go open up Singapore. She went to Singapore, opened a distribution center. From there, she started opening Malaysia. Now she's doing India. So she's going after rich right here with this opportunity. This is the same opportunity that all of you have in your hand, all of you. Just some people do more with it and some people don't. You got the same Rolls Royce for everybody. It's in your driveway. Some are driving it, some are not driving it, some are, understanding the Rolls Royce while they're driving, using all the options. Some are not quite there yet, but everyone's got the same vehicle called opulence. And Amarjeet, she's going for it at this age. I'm going to congratulate you, Amarjeet, and I look forward to see, the big momentum coming out of India.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ramin, for allowing me to share. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, I would say, given to us. Wonderful opportunity that we cannot see in another company or anywhere else. Even if you are working 9 to 5, no way, no way. Thank you very much.
All of us. Thank you, Amarjeet. To all of us, all of you guys, to create the nation, right? It's all of you guys, everybody included. Maria Baptiste, take us home now. Why do you want to get rich?
First and foremost, thank you.
I think I can't hear you breaking up, Maria. Is it me, or does everyone else can hear her?
Could you hear me clearly, sir?
It's better now. Go ahead.
Fantastic. First of all, I want to thank you so much for having me on the call again, having the opportunity. And I appreciate you for spending your quality hour of your time every Tuesday, sharing your life story to all of us. And you want us to be part of that too. So again, I congratulate Amarjeet and of course, our sister Ifra for doing just an amazing job, leading by example. But again, for me, Mr. Ramin Malik, again, more importantly, originally from Grenada, from the Caribbean island. And again, I'll always go back with my parents that whatever you want in life, you got to work hard to achieve it. I've spent a lot of time in personal development. That changed my entire life. And I learned from Jim Rohn, which is one, he says, formal education make you a living, but self-education makes you a fortune. So for me, I always had a burning desire to succeed. I've learned from my dad, and I didn't want it to disappoint owner. He says, listen, when you're running a race, Don't stop halfway. He said, from the moment you stop halfway, you are a loser. I don't want any loser in my family. He said, run that race to the end. And so no matter what comes my way, peaks, valley, ups and down, my goal is to hit that, to go to the top. I heard Ifra and Amajit. I think all of us have the same mindset. My very goal and desire is basically helping many others to have that total freedom, exactly what they talk about. Because these girls, you know, they say great minds think alike. I love to travel. I love to give back. I want to go back to my country and give back to help the less fortunate. Even I do it on my own, but I want to do it in a bigger way. Now, travel the world. That's one of, I mean, that to me is one of the greatest trip I took in Singapore. That is just the beginning, and spending quality with you and the SBP. I'm telling you, nothing's stopping me. I want to continue traveling every single, as you mentioned, you say, pick up and go. I am ready to pick up and go. I am taking this all the way to the top. My goal is, of course, royal. And at the same time, sir, I want to take all my team partners. I'm working with the Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, the Bahamas, St. Kitts. I have a lot of people. Is to help each and every individual to hit that LD3, LD4. Let us celebrate together with one team, one dream to the billion. And I'm working religiously with each and every one. We have our goals, we have our desire. I want the finest in life, the best of the best of the best. And you have already break it down. You share, you have the foundation, you laid everything for us. All we got to do is to pick up and run with this to the next level. So I want to thank you so much, Mr. Ramin, for giving us that opportunity to expand, to grow, to become a better version of ourselves. And the only thing what will stop me or stop anyone else is yourself. And I am willing to go 150% all the way, no matter what. Nothing is stopping. The only thing what will stop you is you. So thank you, Saul, for giving me the vehicle. Thank you for giving me everything. This opulence living is no longer for the most privileged. We provide an opportunity to help each and everyone to hit that financial home run. And I will hit it, but I'll hit it with many people coming with me too as well. Back to you, and thank you so much for having me on the call, sir.
I love the energy on. Wow, we're a bunch of stars in this company. Thank you, Maria. You know, we're gonna meet some of your leaders on the next cruise, because obviously Sanaz is working on the next cruise, the North American cruise. We're gonna have a lot of
Absolutely, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. This is it for us. Thank you so much for that. You and SVP. I love you guys.
The opulent living starts very early in this company. The opulent living starts right from LD1. We can get a car club. LD2, you get a free luxury cruise. So opulent living starts pretty quickly in this company. Thank you for that.
My
all right,
pleasure.
we have someone here with, I guess it's a Chinese name. So let's go ahead, unmute yourself.
Sorry, this is Betty Liu, and I will the Chinese name. I should have. Yeah, thank you so much, Renee. You're just like professor in life, you know. I have been in the education field for three decades, you know, and I want to be a diplomat 30, 40 years ago. And I went to, after teaching in university, one of the best universities in China, like equivalent to Harvard. Okay, I'm teaching international relations, international law, and international business. And then I got my Fulbright scholarship to go to Cornell University. Okay, I graduated from there. And then first, a couple years later, because the lack of funding, my office, I experienced the first unemployment. Okay, since all these honors come to this country. And then I start my own business, and I get a lot of big project. I'm very proud of myself.
Tell me, Betty, why do you want to get rich? That's the topic tonight. Why do you want to get rich?
Have the freedom.
So what's freedom look like for you?
I can travel around all those 208 countries. And I can empower people to be healthy and wealthy.
Sorry, guys. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, I can.
So travel is important to you.
Well,
So how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that through the comp plan? What level, what country, which team? How are you going to build that freedom through opulence?
I just follow the system, follow the plan, and particularly, I think I attend actually join over 10 companies, you know, and this is the best one. And
so what's the first level of freedom for you? What level of income is it? 10,000 a month, 15, 20? The first level. What's the first level of freedom for you, income wise?
Wow, I didn't even think about that one. I always think about the contribute. Think of how to, right now. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about how many people I can help. That's my focus right now, because
the beautiful part about this business, Betty, is you can't even get rich without that. So once you're rich, you've already done that because the comp plan pays on leverage. If other people in your business don't have success, there's no CV, you can't even get rich. So that's just it. When you get rich, that means you've already done all that. There's a lot of people in your team who've done very well. Well, we appreciate you being on the call here. It's 9:56 now. Jocelyn just came in from Philippines. Let's close the call with Jocelyn. Jocelyn, tell me, what do you want to get rich?
Hi, Ramin. Hi, everyone. Yes, as soon as possible, I want to get rich as soon as possible. And I really am so grateful. Remember last time we are in our cruise, and then we have heart-to-heart talk before we left the cruise. And then, right there and then I have my goals, I have my vision. So right now, as of now, I'm so happy to announce because all our my friends, our team before, our team on the first year that I joined the Opulence, they start calling me right after the cruise. Yeah, and then how did you do that? How this pandemic right there before it's pandemic, how did you do that? How did you make your children be with you at the cruise? Yeah, those are the starting point. And then did you know, Ramin, as of now in our team I have 9 MGRS qualified.
Nice.
And yeah, and
Nice.
I have my personal LA plus 3 of them, my personal. And in my team we have, in my team we have now more than 20 LA plus. Yeah,
Nice.
and then I have in our Australia team, she became LD1, LD2 in a month. Yeah, and also we have in Ireland, also in Ireland, Miss Annie is LD1. You know, people get excited right after the cruise. Yeah, and as of now, I talked to the leaders here. It's May, and then in the coming month, June, they already have their LA plus coming. Yeah, I'm so grateful, and I really wanted to my family also. I wanted to be with the cruise again in next year cruise. So that is my I think that's my fuel right now, because I think no amount of money can my children's, you know, my children, they talk about cruise in their in their friends, and also to me they said, "Mommy, don't ever join other networking company. Only we have to stick in Opulence Global." And I'm so happy because I heard that from my children. I heard that from my children, and then they know, they see it in their own eyes that Opulence Global, it is really global. In our car, what's that? In cruise, they saw the Africans, Malaysian, Thailand, everyone in the company is there. It's not only sayings. Before, when they listen to our Zoom, they just said, "Oh, it's just the same thing. Mommy is always joining company like that." But now, really, I told to my friends, every one of them, even in leaders from different companies, I told them, this is it. I have so many experience with other company with other products, but first time in my life, I have this for long term. No, not the product, you cannot compare it to anyone. Our marketing plan, our trainings, it's so bombarded. Everything is perfect. It's complete. So that's all. I'm so grateful, Ramin. Thank you so much. We have this Opulence Global, and I know, I believe, it's 100% sure already. We will be there. We will be there with that rich him. Yeah. So back to you, Ramin. Thank you so much.
I love your energy, Jocelyn. Look here, look at this. LD3 in Philippines, Jocelyn. LD3 in Singapore, Amarjeet. LD4 in Canada. I mean, this is a truly global business. It is 10 o'clock. I actually have 2 more conference calls after this, one in Thailand and one with leadership, and the one after Thailand after that. So we're going to shut this down. It was a fun call. It was a phone call, and hopefully it gives you a chance to dream a little bit. Next week, we will talk about what I call the 3 non-negotiables in life. And that's going to be an interesting call as well. Make sure everybody's on. With that, we'll pass the call back to our fearless hostess, who's up at 4 a.m. doing all the work for all of us. Just give her a nice thank you for doing what she's doing.
Wow. Thank you so much, our CEO, Mr. Ramin Mesgalo, for those great nuggets. And indeed, can I share in 1 minute my why? I got into this business June of 2020, courtesy of my good friend, Febronia Opondo. I had been challenged with diabetes for 13 good years. Can you imagine? I had partially lost my vision, no energy. I was going down. Thank God for Fountain of Life. I took it 1.5 months, the line, my life started changing, my health started coming back, my vision started coming back. And that's why I started to share the product, because I said, if I am getting good health, why can't I share with the world? And that's why I am here, loving it each and every day. And I'm so happy I found my home, Opulence Global. I always say to myself, no health, no wealth. So as I'm enjoying my good health, I'm on my way to wealth. Thank you so much. So let me share my screen. You're welcome. Let me share my screen so that we can do announcements. And we shall wind up our call in just 1 minute. So we have our promotion right here, our Build Assist promotion, which has been extended. But my partners on the call, take advantage of this as soon as possible, because it could end anytime now. So this is the best of the best promotions since the year started. So let's go rolling. Now, let's talk about this Saturday, June 3rd. We have the boot camp and the power tour in Ottawa. So I want to encourage all our partners to join this and come with guests. It's only 25 Canadian dollars for the boot camp and tour. If you want the tour only, is $10. And guess what? Your guests get to come in for free. So let's jump pack that boot camp. How about the Freedom Conference? Wow. On Friday, 15th September and 16th September of this year, we are going to have the Freedom Conference right in Canada in our office. And we have the special offer, early birds at 159 Canadian dollars. It's ending soon. In fact, it's ending today. Can you imagine? So those who haven't unlocked the opportunity, please go ahead and lock it today. Today, Wednesday, is the end. So for those who are on Eastern time, I know you have a few more hours to end this promotion. So just take advantage and pay the early ticket offer. Why pay full? We have done our forensic networker. And may I thank everyone who came to this call tonight. And may I say, have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, all forensic networkers to the billion. Thank you so much.
Stay forensic and to the billion.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.